Good morning, welcome to Something Saturday. So I was just about to open this and start playing with it when I suddenly thought, oh, that was silly, I should be doing this as a video. So I have removed the cellophane from around it, but this is the Nutcracker tags kit. And I thought that, maybe we should actually look at it together rather than just me looking at it on my own and playing around with it. So we are going to do that. And it's really cool because it has this gold glimmer. I'm just going to bring it up here so you can sort of see the gold glimmer. Wow. And obviously it comes in different languages. It is one of the ones that you don't have to stamp. Love that. Not that I dislike stamping, but it's kind of nice occasionally not to have to stamp. We've got Believe in the Magic of Christmas for You, Cheer to Last the Year and Sending Joy, Bienvenue dans la magie de Noël, Pour toi, and lots of other ones. So obviously French, German, and something else. And there should be, there's 3 there. Then we've got all of those. We've also got these. I don't think any of them are sticky backed that I can see. Whoops, and apparently it's going to start falling apart on me already. Then we have these pieces. So we've got 1, 2, 3 like that, and 1, 2, 3 like that. So what it makes is it makes 3 of each. So you got 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 tags. And I was kind of thinking that it would also make 12 kind of nice cards too, actually. But I thought we'd make up the tags today, and then I will make up some cards and pop them into my blog. So I am going to go ahead and just pull all of these guys out of here. So when you open up the instructions, it tells you what goes with what. So we've got this little guy here, which is this one here, and it looks like that is the one that's supposed to go with him. So I'm going to put him into this little thing that I've got going on there. Then I've got her. She is my Sending Joy, and she goes with the red. So we'll just move everything along very slightly. There we go. Then we should have room for everything to go in, hopefully. Hopefully you can still see this in the picture. Yep, it's looking good. We have the... Oh, look, it actually does go with the background colour of the little person. Just trying to think of the right name for them. What's the kit called? Nutcracker. Oh, well, little Nutcracker person, I suppose. And then we've got some of these. So then we've got... Not sure why it only shows 1 of each on each. Maybe they've given us bonus ones. So that goes with that. Oh, duh, they haven't given us 1 of each. Pretty much it is that. I'm assuming that goes with that one. Yeah, so because there's 3 of each tag, then you get 3 of each of these. Well, wow, Heather. Yeah, they don't call me smart for nothing. 2, 3, and then we've got, I'm assuming that goes with that one because it's the right colour for it. 2, 3, and then she has, yeah, she's got these lighter ones again. 1, 2, 3 of those. Right. So that is all my pieces done. And then obviously we're going to be needing some of the black twine at some point. There is also in here. No, I thought there was bling, but it's not blingy bits, it's these. So when you look at the kits, just to bring this up here for a second and focus in a bit. These little ones here are glue dots. Those ones there are dimensionals, so that you know what you're looking at there. Don't think it makes a difference if I tap the screen with it now. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make up each one of these just so that we can see what they're like. So we have Believe as our first one, and there's little pieces there that just pop out of the top. Then we've got one of these. I'm just going to find my take your pick tool because it is so much easier just using the sticky end to pick up pieces like this. Got one of those, we got one of those, and we have got one of those. I'll also get rid of that so I can take that piece out of there. Right, pop that to one side. I'm going to use what I've already got started here. Not that one, not that one, not that one. There we go. And I'm going to use my mini glue dots that I've got in a pack rather than using the ones that were in that pack because they're quite handy for when I go traveling. So I will keep them for those reasons. So Believe, let's see, there seems to be a couple of pieces that want to punch out of the middle of this. So let's just use those to get rid of those. And so what it's showing on here is that we are going to go with the Believe up on dimensionals. We're going to go with this and this on dimensionals, and this apparently goes behind or potentially onto there. Not too sure quite what it does, but it doesn't specify, so I'm guessing that you can do whatever you want to. Ooh, that's a bit of a liberty, isn't it? All right, so seeing as they have used mini dimensionals, I will also stick to mini dimensionals. And I'm thinking that, yeah, it doesn't need them going all the way across because otherwise you're going to end up with them on the outside and they're going to just stick to everything in sight that shouldn't stick to. Oh, go back over there. That's only one, that's a worry. There we go, there's the other one. Oh, come on, off you go. So, oh, that's a bit of a shame. It covers up his nice little gold. I am gonna actually do it more of an angle because I don't want to completely cover up his little gold belt. It's always disappointing when they do that. So let's go with a couple of those. 1, 2. That's quite cute on there. Would have been even better had I actually stuck it down right, but never mind. And one of those just into the middle there. Oh, okay. There we go. And then I think you could probably get away with just putting that up onto there with a another dimensional, to be perfectly honest. We will possibly do as we're told and put a mini glue dot onto it. I can be a rebel with the next ones that I make. So let's just pop that down onto there, just making sure that the glue dot is actually behind everything. And there we have it. That is our first one. I kind of like that. That's very cute. And I shall grab this out. Thread that through. Oh, golly, that's a long way from the edge, isn't it? Through there. And then I'm not really big on really long ones, so I am going to just pop a knot into the end of that and move it on down there. And there you have it. First one made. Let's move on to the next one, which the next one that they have is this one here. So just grab my, oops. Oh, apparently that one just has a bit of extra cardstock on it. And we need a little one of those and a little one of those, and we are set. Poke out the little round dots. And I'm guessing that we have the same as before, that those three get their dimensionals and this one gets its little glue dot. And then that looks like it goes just below that. Oh, that's a bit of luck, isn't it, that I put that in the right place. And then we've got a glue dot to add to this one. That would have been good had the glue dot actually added to it. So when you apply glue dots to anything, I actually find it easier to put the paper onto it and then just lift it off. And when you give it a bit of a rub down, it does just lift off with that, which is a lot easier than trying to get the glue dot off the roll and then add it in. So let's now just pop that down onto there. And yay, again, the glue dot is not showing in the background. You know, I'm really tempted just to add a couple of those. And in fact, when I put it onto a card, I may do that. But because we're not doing that with these ones, we're actually going to make these into proper tags. I am just going to keep, go back, go back, go back. And it does say to use 12 inches, and I actually haven't been measuring it. That was a really bad one to go for. So I think that one's a little over 12 inches. And this one is hopefully a little under 12 inches. It is, yes. Oh well, between the two of them, they should add up to 24 inches. So that's that. That's that. Let's move on and do the other two. So let's turn the page, and we have the girl. So we will grab one of those. Whoopsie. I think you've kind of got the picture of how these go together now. But, you know, because I'm determined, we are going to do all of them. So do make sure that you go and check out my blog once I've done all this, because I will put up the extra cards that I end up creating with them. And again, we are just going to go with the dimensionals on the back of these. Boots. Kind of feel like maybe 2, and then they've only used 3 in total, and I have a feeling that I know why, because I should not have put one onto there. Come on, off you come. Okay, it's a good job I am not using the packs ones of these. That'll be why, because it really doesn't need, I mean, they've kind of gone there, I think about there and somewhere up here, and I'm just wondering whether now I should have maybe, oh, Heather, at least they come off easily. So I'm actually going to put a second one up there, because I would prefer to know that the sending part is attached well, and I don't think it matters too much about the bottom of it. So I'm going to whip those pieces off. And yikes. You know, I've just realised that I'm going to apply her boots first, simply because otherwise I think they may get covered over slightly. There we go. And her hat. I think we need too many on the hat. I think 2 will be enough. And then again, another glue dot just on that little piece of holly there. And much as I think that, you know, I can see they put it down here, but, you know, I actually feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to put it onto this side and have something sticking out of this side instead. So I'm going to bunk the system, and, well, I have bunked the system. I've done it. Oh, and then I need this. So do you reckon I should actually measure my 12 inches this time? Just for a random do what I'm told thing. And that's that. Come on, in you go. can persuade those to sit together. And that is her all done. And last one cheer, one little drummer person. Can't really call him a drummer boy with a big beard like that, can you? And come on, one of those. Do love using my take your pick tool for this. I quite often have to just sort of like persuade the end back into being in position. But you know, with these, you actually just twist it a little bit. And I may be near the end of mine. But as you twist it a little bit more of the putty comes out. And then you want to untwist it afterwards because you don't want the putty to carry on coming out all the time. You just want enough so that you've got something that will pick up. Hopefully that was done in the frame and you could see what I was doing. Okay, so last one. That, and oh, haven't taken the little dots out of the middle. Okay, where's my, there they are. Then, oh, again, look, it's going to cover it over. I don't know why they do that. That they give you nice gold coloured bits and then cover it over with something else. And I can't very well put it on this side because it covers up the drum. Oh. And in fact, the way they've done it, it almost covers the drum as well. Wow. Let me have a quick look at their actual picture of it. Yeah, see, they do. Well, I don't like that. I am going to go with off to one side a little bit more, I think. So that means that I'm not going to be putting it where they're telling me to put it. I'm just going to use my 3 pieces like that. Yeah, I think I prefer that. And then of course they've gone and still put their thingo on that side, but again I'm going to add it to the other side because feels like I've already got quite a bit coming out of this side. So let's pop that one onto there and drop it. Why not? And we're going to pop it down the bottom there and go with my 12 inches. Oh. Yeah, it does seem to indicate it's 12 inches for each one. That's a relief, seeing as that's what I've just used. Oh. That and that. I am thinking that this is going to look great on cards, actually. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we go. And then, yeah, as I say, you have 3 more of each. So 3 in total of each one that you can make. And I'm pretty sure that the kit wasn't expensive. I think it was something like $25, so it's such a bargain. Anyway, hop over to my blog, have a look and see what I actually do to create cards with these. And then that should give you lots more inspiration. And if you want to buy a kit, either ask me about it or just go ahead and order yourself a kit. If you're not a demonstrator, then please use me to order your kit, because I would really appreciate the sales. And come and join me next Saturday. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks. Bye.